once again, we got another video, and I made a video on our other channel, and I made a point about the Mzungus see us as their enemy, their natural enemy. They will throw away whatever they have to make sure to attack us. So you have these brothers who are entrepreneurs. They have office space. And I'm going to read what they say here before I show the video. So the brother said, normally we don't speak out about encounters or racial profiling and age discrimination that we face day to day in our lives as young black entrepreneurs. I don't know why you don't speak out, brothers. You got to speak out. Like the thing is, not speaking out is allowing them to get away with harassing you. And when you allow them to harass you for too long, that could end up being your life. So please speak up. He said, although today, May 26, 2020, 7:51 p.m., we encountered a situation where a man entered the facility, a shared private gym that we utilize in our WeWork and Mosaic East office located in Uptown, Minnesota, same state with George Floyd. Is it granted we've been in this office space and have rented and grown our business for the past year and a half here. And so as we're working out, he said this man approached and immediately asked us who we are and if we belonged in the building. Granted, in order to enter the building, you need a key card to enter every part of the building, which each of our team members individually have. So we all pay rent here, and this man demanded that we show him our key cards or he will call the cops on us. So we're sick and tired of tolerating this type of behavior on a day-to-day basis, and we feel that we had to bring this to light. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. Watch out. We pay right here. What'd you say we can't do?
I'm Tom Austin. I'm a tenant in the building. Are you?
We're all tenants in this building.
What office?
Don't worry about that. I don't explain.
What office?
So we have an office here, and this guy came accusing us we can't be here.
What office are you in?
Don't worry about that. We don't have to tell you.
Calling 911 now.
As you guys can see, we're dealing with racism here.
Nicole? Hey, this is Tom Austin. I'm in the gym at the Mosaic. There's the whole, I don't know what to do here, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't appear to be part of the...
Y'all see this racism here?
All right. So the guy, his name is Tom Austin. He said that's who he was. He is a venture capitalist. He is a managing partner with F2 Group. That's who the guy is. So you are a venture capitalist and this is what you're getting involved with? Basically, venture capitalists is people who have money that, you know, like the Shark Tank situation. They hear businesses, they give people money for startups or whatever, and they get a percentage to make their money back. You know, just like Shark Tank, if you ever watched that show. So you mess up your role at your venture capital group that you're a part of, F2 Group. You mess all that up just so you could be racist right after the situation with George Floyd. You see how, like, the mindset, and this is why it's a running joke when we hear the Mzungus saying they have a high IQ. Like, how do you have a high IQ? How? People with high IQs do not mess up their money, mess up their reputation for anything, because they're smart people with high IQs. And they know better than that. See, we have seen with the coronavirus is that you throw up illusions. Everything you have is an illusion. But when the rubber meets the road, it's not what you say it is. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. It's you guys are the Wizard of Oz. You know, you look like you're big and majestic, but behind the curtain, you're a little pipsqueak. And that's how the Mzungus have moved forever. And the only reason they stay in where they at is because they spend so much of the money that came from slavery to military. That's the only thing that they have to keep people off their back is weapons. If they don't have that, they ain't got nothing. But then in 2017, he also was involved in another racist incident against Native Americans. But, you know, you can't fire him because he's the CEO of his own company. So, I mean, you can't do nothing to him. Only thing you can do to him is really try to ruin his reputation enough where people don't want to fool with him in business. But this is some of the people right here who are the racists with money. Because, see, you know, most of the time when people think of racists, they look at, you know, the alt-right, the KKK, you know, the poor white supremacists. But you have white supremacists like this one, Tom Austin, okay? He's the one that would do different things like this and fund the poor ones out there to do the things they're doing. You know, like those open up the state marches, people like him will fund those marches. He won't go out there and do it. He won't be nowhere near it. But he'll cut the check to people, okay? And say, here's the money so you guys can go out and do this. And when I say someone's a white supremacist, anyone that supports white supremacy and anyone that practiced the oppression of black people for white supremacy, you're a white supremacist, period. And he was trying to oppress black people, telling them they don't belong in there. You idiot. You have to have a key card to get in. I mean, come on. They had a right to be in there. No, the fact is, just say it like you want to say it. What you Negroes doing in here? You Negroes don't supposed to be at this level. While venture capitalists go, I own my own company. I'm giving out millions of dollars to people, and you Negroes are working out in the same gym as me. I got to this level to stay away from you, and you're up here. Yes, black people are up there because those brothers are taking care of their business. That's why they're up there. I love to see brothers that take care of their business. I love to see brothers as entrepreneurs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They love for brothers to be Pookie and Ray Ray, but they can't stand when you do good for yourself. Oh, they hate that. They question, how did you get up here? The question is, how did you get up here? You don't belong. Let's see, I flip it on you. Well, you don't belong. Say, no, you don't belong. How did you get up here? Let me see your paperwork. Let me see your key card. I want to see yours because I don't know you. I never saw you before. Start flipping it on them, ladies and gentlemen. Do that. Anytime they start questioning you, question them. Don't be put on the defensive because I always tell people the best defense is an offense. Don't ever answer the questions from them. You question them right back. Who are you? Like, let me see your card. Let me see your paperwork. Let me see your license. Let me just start questioning them. But yeah, this guy, he has a history of racism. So like I said, it's the North, it's more racism in the North than it is the South. At least in the South, you understand the racism down here. And it's a little bit upfront if you're going to deal with it. But in the North, it is extreme dangerous racism up there, extremely dangerous. And you see what happened to George Floyd. That didn't happen in the South, that happened in the North. But Malcolm X, what did he say? Anything south of Canada, it's the South. But leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think about the situation with this guy. You're a venture capitalist and you don't care because you think, well, I can care less about, Negroes. They don't need to be nowhere near me. But I would tell Tom Austin, nobody don't want to be near you. I definitely don't want to be nowhere near you. I try to social distance the hell out of myself away from people like yourself. Just racists like you. I don't want to be nowhere near you. Trust me. That's why I tell brothers, go to the continent, start you some gyms over there. You ain't got to deal with people like him.